Morning peeps, good morning everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. Another episode of the best boxing podcast is up at Ade Gman. I'll put the link up here somewhere or here. It's another long one. We spoke for about an hour, covered so many different topics, but the main point of conversation was obviously that Fabio Wardley victory over Joseph Parker and what that means now for the heavyweight division. We actually separately filmed our top 10 heavyweight rankings right now. So G-Man done his list, I did my list, and we spoke about it. That video will be out on Sunday, so make sure you look out for that. All right, let's see what there is to talk about today before we talk about the big man, Dereck Chisora. All right, Lyndon Arthur plans to burn Bradley Ray's bridge to world titles. Yeah, I have Lyndon as a favourite in that fight. I go up to Manchester tomorrow. That's chief support main event. Is Joshua Buatsi versus Zach Parker. We'll get to that in a second. I like Lyndon. I like Lyndon a lot. I was thinking about my top 5 or top 6, top 7 light heavyweight rankings in this country. Obviously, Callum Smith by some distance now. I have Buatsi still as second because I thought that was a fucking incredible fight against Callum Smith. I still have Anthony Yarde as third. I know some might have him as second. And I guess Lyndon is probably grouped with Willie Hutchinson, maybe Louis Edmondson and Ezra Taylor. So Lyndon's right up there. And if you're Lyndon, I think you take so much confidence from that performance against Anthony Yarde. Like, I thought there were times in that fight where I thought he could win. I really did. And that's a really good performance, especially considering what Yarde did to him in the second fight. Yarde blew him out of the water, like destroyed him. So he must have felt a bit, I don't know, apprehensive, a little nervous going in there the third time. But I thought he looked really, really good. And losing to Bivol was losing to Bivol. Even in that fight, though, he did show that he could box smart on the back foot. He didn't get blown out of the water by Bivol in terms of knocked out, right? That went to points. So I think Lyndon Arthur's a very good light heavyweight, a very big light heavyweight as well. So I expect him to get the job done. I expect Buatsi to get the job done as well. Like Zach Parker's a career super middleweight, really. And you could see that when they did their little face-to-face. Like, Joshua Buatsi's not the biggest light heavyweight, and he still looked a lot bigger than Zach Parker. Zach Parker's going to be banking on what that Callum Smith fight took out of Buatsi. Not just physically, but mentally. Especially, obviously being Buatsi's first defeat. But I think Buatsi's a level above. And Buatsi's dropping a couple of levels down. And Zach's going a few levels up. And I think Buatsi's just going to show that he's still very, very good. And that he has recovered mentally and physically from that Callum Smith defeat. All right, what else we got? Gervonta Davis accused of battery and kidnapping by ex-girlfriend. This is just a troubled young man. Every time I feel like he's okay and he's on the straight and narrow, there's always something with Gervonta. I don't know when that Jake Paul fight is, but surely they must be looking at scrapping that. I mean, I say that, they won't. But surely there are top execs at Netflix that are like, what do we do here? Because that's a massive accusation. Kidnapping and battery. So that's not, whether or not he gets found guilty or not guilty, right now he's been accused of it. But look, I'm just saying this. I know it's not going to be cancelled, but yeah, someone just needs to get hold of Gervonta. Like, surely he has got senior people around him, like senior family members, or even, I don't know, his trainer that can just get hold of him and say, dude, what are you doing? Like, you're throwing your life away. Like, do you want to go to jail? Or do you just want to live the way, like, anyway, I don't know. Jordan Thompson ready to roll the dice against Lenier Perro. Yeah, this is Jordan Thompson's first fight at heavyweight, and I also think it's his first fight since that Jaya Pattaya defeat, which was a bad one. And that would have taken him a long time to get over, and it has. Is that his first fight since then? I just want to see if it is or not. I think it is. Jordan Thompson. Yeah, It is. Wow, that's a long time out. That fight against Gervonta was the 30th of September 2023. So it's over 2 years out the ring. Oh, man. It's a tough ask against an unbeaten fighter, innit? An unbeaten heavyweight. It's a tough ask away from home. But this is maybe a roll of the dice. Like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just see what I can do. Jordan Thompson's, 6'6", 6'7". He's a big boy. How he boiled himself down to cruiserweight, I do not know. And he's probably thinking, if I can get this win, it puts me right in the mix. If I lose, I lose. If I win, so I understand the risk reward here. The risk is high, obviously, but the reward if you win is very, very big. Let's talk about a man now that's had so many rewards because he's taken so many risks. That man being a British boxing cult hero, an icon, I believe, in Dereck Chisora, who's about to have his 50th and final fight. I think we all believe it's going to be Dillian Whyte, and I don't mind. I think it's fitting that those two meet again. They remind me of each other so much because they're both crazy. Honestly, I believe they're both insane. But let's talk about Chisora. We might do a separate video on Dillian Whyte, but I do want to focus on Chisora because I do believe he is a cult hero. Like, someone with the amount of defeats Chisora's had shouldn't have achieved as much as Chisora's achieved. Like, Chisora's got 13, 14 defeats? It's insane. Like, normally, you know what it's like. You kind of lose 3 or 4, you're written off. You're done. You're certainly not headlining pay-per-views. You're certainly not selling out stadiums, arenas. He's done all that. And that doesn't happen for someone with double-digit defeats. I guess the only comparison, and this guy doesn't sell out stadiums and arenas, is Gabriel Rosado. He's got a kind of cult following. Everyone seems to love Rosado because you know what you're getting. And I think that's the thing with Chisora. You know what you're getting. Chisora's fought a who's who of the heavyweight division for, 15, 16 years? It's incredible when you look at who he's fought. And I know some of you are going to scream, yeah, but he's lost. Okay, cool, but he's fighting them. It's he's fought Tyson Fury 3 times. Joseph Parker twice. This is off the top of my head now. I think he's fought Kubrat Pulev twice. He's fought Agit Kabayel. He's fought David Haye. He's fought Vitaly fucking Klitschko. He fought Vitaly Klitschko in like his 13th or 14th fight. Hellenius, where he got robbed. Carlos Takam. Malik Scott. Like, it's Joe Joyce. Obviously, Dillian Whyte. Otto Volin. Like, he is the definition of I will fight anyone. You know, some people say it, right? I'll fight anyone, and it doesn't happen. But he is that. And yes, he is slowed down. His punch resistance has gone a little bit, obviously. But boy, he deserves some plaudits. That man, like, I'm going to miss him. Like, in the O2 on Saturday, obviously I saw like interactions between him, Fury and Whyte, and I was looking at them from afar. I didn't jump in or try and sort of butt my way in, but I was like, all these guys are gone in the next 12 to 18 months, if not sooner. And I was thinking they've all been so good for British boxing, they're like characters. Like, all 3 of those are characters in their own crazy way. And we're going to miss them. There aren't that many characters in boxing, and Chisora was always a character. Like, you just don't quite know what he's going to do. Like, that little thing I did on stage, like, there was so many discussions about, are we sure we want to do this live? Because Chisora could do anything. He could grab the mic off Ade and do it. I was like, no, he'll be okay. And he was, in the end, okay. But you're just not quite sure. And that's what we love about him. He's changed characters over the years. He's gone from Del Boy Chisora to Ward Chisora. He's like, any young boxer coming through that's struggling to kind of get a following, speak to Chisora. Because he's been able to do it. It's not like the red carpet was rolled out for him early in his career. This isn't a guy that had an amateur, like a standout amateur career. He's had to do it the hard way, and he's done it. He has achieved more financially and even more in terms of love from the people than world champions, Olympic champions, unified champions. He's done more than them. His bank balance is bigger than them because he's known what to do. He's known when to go crazy. He's known how to negotiate. Like that thing he said on stage, I think people are like, oh, come on, no. He knows what to do. He knows his worth. Chisora knows his value. And he's like, no, Frank, I want the fight, but the contract has to be right. So he's smart, and he's learned the boxing business so well, man. I'm gonna miss Chisora. I'm happy that he's retired because I've been doing videos about Chisora saying he should have retired 10-5. Like Chisora should have retired after that third Fury fight. So he got his world title, was it Tottenham or Wembley? And he took a bit of a beating. And you know, I remember seeing him on video. I wasn't there, but I remember seeing him in, I think it might have been Fury's dressing room, where, you know, he does his usual Five Guys thing. And he could barely talk. And I was like, enough. But then all of a sudden, you know, he's beat Gerald Washington. He's beat Joe Joyce. He's beat Otto Volin. He's on a bit of a run. Like, when was that Fury fight? Okay, that Fury fight was December 2022. And then since then, he's gone on to have 3 wins, good wins. Gerald Washington was a good win, solid, tough fight. Joe Joyce, solid, tough fight. Everyone said he was going to get beat in that fight. And Otto Volin, he kind of destroyed, didn't he? But I just want to quickly go through, and I mentioned some of the names. So Sam Sexton in his 5th or 6th fight, solid win. Those of you that know will know that Sam Sexton was actually a decent fighter. Then he fought sort of the British level guys, Carl Baker, Danny Williams, Sam Sexton again. Then he fought Fury for the British title, lost to Fury. He went to Hellenius's backyard, lost on a split decision for the European title. I remember he won that fight. Then he fought he lost to Hellenius and then fought Vitaly Klitschko. Crazy. And then remember the incident with him and David Haye in Dusseldorf. Remember that? Like, he's had so many of those. Then he fought David Haye and got stopped. But even that incident, fight Upton Park, where they've got a cage between them, he knows how to sell himself. Then he fought Malik Scott. I'm just sort of reading out some names that you'll know. Kevin Johnson, Fury again. That was a bad beating, that was. Kubrat Pulev, Dillian White. Incredible fight. He won that fight for me. Agate Kabayel, Carlos Takam, Dillian White again, where he got stopped. Spilka, Price, Usyk. Back-to-backs against Parker. Pulev again. This time he won. And then Fury. Like, come on. Like, he deserves so much plaudits. Is there a British Boxing Hall of Fame? I don't know if there is or not. But he needs to be in it, man. He needs to be in it. Negotiations have begun to match Alexander Usyk with Fabio Wardley. That's music to the ears of Fabio Wardley. And it's good. That's what we want. The idea of Usyk not fighting him and fighting Fury is shit in it, if I'm honest with you. So I'm happy that's the case. Let's see. That's one thing, negotiations happening, one thing, a fight happening. The 15 most impactful women boxers since the 2012 Olympics. I've read this article. Number 1 is Clarissa Shields. Number 2 is Katie. I would swap them. And, you know, people get so upset about this. Like these two are both so iconic. Maybe it's because I've been at Katie Taylor fights. So I've been at Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, Madison Square Garden. Oh, God. I've been at Katie Taylor, Chantel Cameron twice. You know, I've been to a lot of Katie Taylor fights, obviously. And maybe that's why I have Katie above Clarissa, because I've been to the fights. I've seen them. I've heard the noise. I've seen the kids. A lot of the females that Katie Taylor brings to fights. So I've seen the impact firsthand, where I don't... Have I been to a Clarissa fight? I must have, but I can't remember. So maybe I've not seen the impact firsthand. That's all it is. Anyway, all right, guys, girls, we're done.